everybody. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you're all doing well and that you're getting ready for the holidays and all the fun stuff and not all the stress. Today I am going to create one of those glass bowl Christmas trees that I have seen online. It's not my idea, but I do love the trend. I like the upcycling factor. I picked up most of my elements here from the thrift store. I did have some candlesticks already here and one or so of the bowls, but I picked up this beautiful crystal bell for the topper. Now, if you haven't seen them, I'm going to dry fit this so you know the direction we're heading, and we're just going to play around with some of the sizes to make sure it looks well. Sorry for the weird angle. I'm trying to get some height in the photo. So I have my candlestick. You don't have to use glass. I've seen some pretty ones done with a wooden candlestick or a metal candlestick. We're going to take first the biggest bowl. We're going to set it upside down. I will be gluing these together in a second, but we're just going to play around with the sizing. So we're going to start with this taller candlestick and place that on, and that looks like a nice spacing in here. I'm going to see what it looks like with the shorter one. Nope, that doesn't even, because of the depth of the bowl, that doesn't even touch. So we're going to definitely do the taller one. Just going to center it gently. We'll try this short one again. This will fit better this way. So that's not a bad spacing, but we're going to try the taller one. Yeah, that works better. And then we're going to put the bell on the top like that. So it looks a little crooked, but I'm going to take final photos at the end. We're just going to put together the JB weld. It's going to take about 5 minutes to dry, so I'm going to pause the camera and come back. We're just going to do a couple of the steps first. All right, we're going to move that one out of the way. We're going to disassemble. So the easiest thing to do is to work with the bottom and the top. So I'm going to glue these two together to start, and then we'll work in the middle. So I've got my candlestick. Open up my JB weld, and we're just going to go around the edge. I'm going to put my glasses on so I can see a little better. Actually, we're going to mix this up. We're going to use the plastic part here, and then I'll use the tool. Squeeze it down for equal parts. Epoxies you always have to mix together, and you have about a 5-minute window, it said on here, so we're just going to mix it. And this dries clear, so we won't see it. I'm going to just generously apply to my rim. And actually, I ran these all through the dishwasher to clean them, and I did bring an alcohol pad here to clean up, and I forgot to use it on that one, but I'll use it on the inside of the bowl. So it's just an alcohol pad. Just going to give that a wipe down, let it dry. I'm going to go to the bell in the bottom of this bowl, and I'll set that down. I'll let this dry. And I'll wipe down my candlesticks as well. So if I forget again, they at least got done once. I don't think it'll matter too much because they were clean when I started. All right, so we are pretty dry there. All right, so move this out of the way, and we're just going to center this. Make sure it has a nice contact. Okay, and then I'm just going to move that out of the way for the 5 minutes. And then we're going to do the topper. around the edge. Don't want this part, you'll see. So I don't want too much overflow. I don't want it drippy or gunky. If it has to be on the gunky side, I'm going to put it on the inside lip so it's not as visible. Give this a nice coating. So you can see what I'm doing here. Now I do have a drip right here. I'm going to clean that up. All right, I'm going to put this guy down. Get him nice and centered. And I'm going to take my alcohol wipe, here it is. And I think I'm just going to wipe a little bit. Now it says it dries in 5 minutes and is completely dry in an hour. So this looks pretty good. Give it a good press. All right, so we have our 2 pieces. Oh, I'm making the table move again. Pull them out. So this one looks like this. Now I've made mushrooms in the past with the bowls. I'll bring that sample back and show you at the end. That's also a fun little project to use with the glass. All right, I'm going to put you on pause and I'll be back in 5-10 minutes and we'll start assembling the rest. All right, I am back. It's been about 10 minutes or so and we are adhered here, hoping here as well. Yep. So we have got about half, at least half done. So I'm going to make some more epoxy. This is set up a little bit in here. Not going to make as much this time. I wasn't sure how much I would need the first time. Cap this up. Give my epoxy a stir. Mix all those bits together. Now E6000 would be easier just because you wouldn't have to do this step. All right, so now I'm going to take this one. Yeah. And again, we're going to go around the edges. You're going to see the bottom a little bit maybe, but not the top. All right. Going to center that as well. This is a nice thick candlestick, so I can get a good amount of epoxy on it. Okay. Yeah. I'll do this one. And I can see how it fits. This one, it's all connected. I mean, I can see the epoxy touching all the spots, which is awesome. All right, so that's the next level. Now, I'm not sure if I want to try. We're going to do this one this way because this bottom part of this bowl is thin, and this one has got a lot more surface to it. So it's going to fit better upside down. So I think I am going to do it so we don't take too long, too many cuts with this. Again, they're the nice, this one's nice and generous because it's nice and wide. It's going to get an excellent seal. Okay, I don't want to pull this back towards me because I want to make sure it's nice and even in there without disturbing that while it dries. So I'm going to put this one here. Actually, let me see if I can just, I'm hitting the table. Gently slide that one out of the way. And that one. And then I brought, this is the mushroom that I had made previously. I made this years ago. And it is a milk glass vase. And then a nice deep bowl. And this one had spots on it. And when we picked it up at the thrift shop, it is cracked. So it was a perfect way to upcycle it and not feel bad. I know some people don't want to create things, upcycled art. They're always worried that somehow you're ruining the integrity of the original piece, and that's not always the case. Sometimes it would just end up in a landfill. And instead it makes this cute little mushroom. And we leave this out, we decorate with it. It's usually in our spring display. Sometimes it's in my Christmas area because it's just white, my Christmas decorations. But it's mostly out all the time. I have put it outside, but it gets kind of dusty and dirty, so I leave it inside. All right, I'm gonna take 5 minutes to let all this dry, 5-10 again, and I'll be back in a bit. Okay, we're gonna finish up. It hasn't been quite 10 minutes, but I want to get this done and let it dry so that I can have the final reveal and move the camera around. I'm gonna check my epoxy. It is not still moist, so we're gonna make another little set. And we really only have this piece, attaching this piece to this piece. So I just need a teeny bit of epoxy. This time. I'll put this all on here. Yeah, I'm getting into a little bit of the dry stuff that's not quite adhered. Sorry about the camera. Try not to hit the table. And wiggle it. I'm going to actually do just a tiny bit more. I don't think I have quite enough thickness. Ooh, good thing we're not going to see this layer. It's very stringy. All right, I think that will be good. I'll take this piece. And I'm just going to play around, make sure that we are centered. I think it's about there. I'm gonna look at it from all sides. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna let that dry and then I'll come back for the final reveal. I'll just tip up a little bit, you can see it there, and get a good side picture of it. Again, I apologize for the weird camera angle. This is not obviously my usual setup and this wouldn't look good from above. So we're gonna take a break again and we'll show the final in a second. Bye. Okay, so I've pulled this over to my staging area so that I can spin it around and there's not too much distraction in the background. So you can see here's our top coming down and that's what it looks like. And I'm just gonna pull back a little. We're just gonna spin. So it's really kind of cute. And our mushroom, which we showed earlier, is more of a side view. And there they are. I hope you guys liked it, and I hope to hear from you soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.